System works. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be stretching the back of the meat wagon, doing a lot of metal work, and also we're going to be doing a lot of woodwork, making the new floor for the meat wagon. And on this show, I'll be joined by this llama and this ghost. Let's get to the workshop. Okay then, so with the meat wagon, we've not been concentrating much on the front, but if I come round here, you've seen all this before. Just like the truck, we've put the tops on the doors, we've put the fiberglass front, the same as WTF 100. So this time we've put the even lower, cooler wheel arch on it, a little bit more. This is going to be a bit more Art Deco, a little bit more dramatic than the other car. So that's what we've done there. But mainly, this project's all about the back. It's going to be like an Art Deco Airstream caravan. It's going to be really cool, and inside it's going to be like it's going to be a catering van. That's why it's called the Meat Wagon. So we've been doing a lot of metal work out the back. So let's have a look what we've done. So at the back of the meat wagon, this is what we've done up to now. We've got these airbags in. It's not because it's going to be slammed on the floor. It will look pretty. It's going to be really low, but it's not like I've not lowered the suspension. This is just so that when all the junk's in it, we can lift it back up to where it's meant to be, so it rides nice. We've added this cross member to the chassis, and we've braced up into the chassis and welded to the chassis there. And I've tucked this right into there, so this is super, super strong. And now what I'm doing is working on this framework that's going to support the extension in the rear floor. So, if you imagine, if you imagine here, I'm in the meat wagon, you know, the roof's going to come to like there, go forward, it's going to be like a Luton van, and then it will trail off down here, and it'll have like a fastback feel to it. So what I've got to do now is I've got to form framework that comes from here and then comes to here where the wheels are, and then is supported off the chassis. So I'll be bracing across the back, and then I want to be coming down here, a lot across, up and back to this chassis. The back of this truck, if you imagine it, I have a wing from our own mulch just here. This will go like this, and that's gonna be the wheel arch on it. Now I probably want to narrow this down, so I've only got the curve and none of the flat, and that'll be up to the flat side of the truck. I'm thinking my body line is going to come down here, probably be about at this part of the wheel, and this bit of the wheel will be sticking out, and then I'll go back to there, and this will be a bit of floor, that will be under some cupboards, and the worktop inside will follow around the shape of the truck. There's going to be a door just here so you can get in, put the heat to the meat, do whatever you do in a catering van, and it's going to be awesome. But first, there's a lot of steel work to do. So I've got to make these brackets, make these diagonals, and make this cross member, and also make these supports for the floor up front. This will just be straight, but in the finished truck, this will be a smooth curve around, and this is going to have a big chrome bumper on the back, and the chrome bumper is going to wrap all the way around from the wheel arch right around the back of the truck and in, and then this whole thing is going to be sculpted. It's going to be sculpted at the back like the front of like an Art Deco train. So this is going to be a really, really special piece of sort of fabrication and sculpture, making, you know, just a fantastic shape, and this should be something really special when it's done. Okay then, so the metal framework is finished. Here it is in all its glory. It's been welded. To the best part of it, I've back welded it from the underside as well. It is super strong. See the airbags working and everything. Everything is good. Everything is super strong. We've even got our hump there to get over the diff there. And I've checked that for clearances, and a full drop, which it is now, it's got about this much travel, and when it's up it'll have about this much travel. So now what we need to do is start thinking about the floor of the truck, and also a little bit about the shape. Now I've tapered this back in, but you know, it's not just going to be a straight line, it's going to be a beautiful curve. But first we've got to get the floor in, and to do the floor we're going to use wood. We're going to attach this into here, directly attach the steel, and something like this. We're going to joist across that. I'm going to be using the timber this way around because it's not that much of a span, and everything I'm doing at the minute, I want nothing higher than this level. At the front that is slightly higher, but at the back, you know, I want it to be like a couped van with a fastback to it. So what I don't want is I don't want this floor to be any higher than it has to be. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fix this piece of timber to there. I will probably fit another piece of timber to there, another piece of timber to the other bit. And why am I attaching the timber to there? Because never screw wood to timber every single piece of wood you've got to do. Just firmly fix battens at all the bits, and then all the loads of screws are just wood to wood. Saves you a lot of time. Screwing into steel is always hard. Screwing wood to wood, dead easy. So once this is on, it will probably be six big screws through there, that holds on, and then I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and on all the joists. It just makes it a lot easier. Let's get to it. Okay, so what have we done to the meat wagon? We've done quite a lot. So we've got the floor boarded, and now I can actually get into it. So I think this is where the door's going to be. The door will be like just here. I'll get in, and then I don't know, like here would be the hatch. I'm selling hot dogs or whatever. And then through here, this is going to be like, I don't know, the cooking area, flipping burgers and stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, so that's what we've done up to now. At the back here, we've thickened this up with some 3x2, which I've notched out the back, bent round. That's going to be fiberglassed over and built out. At the end of it, this is pretty much going to be a big wraparound bumper that comes up to the rear fenders there. So that's going to look pretty cool. And also, we've done some work on the cab. Now, if you remember from before, we cut the whole skin off the roof of this. So we've sort of made a whole new roof in here. We've not closed this yet because this is where the line of the body's going to go. It's going to go off from here, so we don't really know what's going to happen here. So we've left that just a bit shy of the actual body. If you look inside the cab, there's some timber up there that allows us to screw that piece of wood down to the roof, which is marine ply, and the cab's got a back to it. So it's pretty much bare bones stuff, but it's coming together. So then, not all the boarding is done at the minute. Airbags in the back. I'm probably going to have to access them again just to paint all this bare steel. So I don't really want to box those in yet. The rest of it is really good. But now what we're going to do is we're going to form the shape of this. Now, I built a lot of stuff, but even for me, looking at this, you think, well, this has got to be some like flowing Airstream caravan thing. How the hell do we go from this to that? Now, I've worked out in my mind, this is going to have a top line, which will be like the roof. It'll have a gutter line, which will be probably the same as a taxi, somewhere there. And then it will have a mid-body line, which I'm going to take from there. But like me just going, oh, I'll be about there, I need some way of creating the line. And the way I'm going to do that is... going to be really cool. But that's going to be next week. So, tune in then. See how I'm going to form the body shape. Next time, don't forget to press the subscribe button. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get regular updates of more brilliant content from Custom Works. And also, give us a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Until then, thank you very much and good night.